he's got, whenever he drops in these ideas that I don't know, I always feel like we're getting ahead. Here it says like this: we're on the left column on page Tafresh Peites, and we're on the last part where it says L'sichum. So he's going to kind of try to add up some of these different ideas that we have going on here. To bring it, incorporate it all in together. So here are the different ideas to try to how to translate that, what actually the Rebbe Shimon meant by this. It says, Oris Amanaki Hamashpim or Habrocho Lakayim Osius Yaakov Dezer Anpin. Let's go over these words again. He says, the first one is that the lights of the hairs, which are the Amanaki. Umashpim or bracha, they are the carriers of the light and the bracha. L'kaim osius Yaakov, and this is a little hard part. In order to sustain that, as they fall down or they go down, that there's going to be this the combination of these three letters, the Zer Anpin, which are going to go into Zer Anpin. Afilu Arizal Canal. This Alpi, excuse me. According to that thought is about according to the. So the idea is to stream through these hairs in order to be able to keep the essence or some aspect, I'm not sure which, of the Yud, K, and the Vav, and have it manifest in Zer Anpin. So he says, Hamshachas Mochin, number base is Hamshachas Mochin of Bonim Misaktim called Guf Zer Anpin. This is one idea. V'gam Nukva, at the same time, the Zer Anpin also. This is according to the Quran like that. That's one of the ideas that we could get out of this idea of the Shachlel Kula. What does it mean to incorporate everything? Number Gimel, his Kalalus, that the Gimel Mochim, Chochma, Bin, and Das, the Zer Anpin, called Echad Bechevero, each one is incorporated with the other. I guess it means, it sounds like, I think we read it, so that he meant that in the Yud there's a Yud K Vav, and the K there's a Yud K Vav, and the Vav there's a Yud K Vav, something like that. He says that comes from the Or Yakar. Number Daled, it refers to Hamshacha Zayin Tikuni Gugol to the Kaim Abba Be'imba V'zer Benuk. So he says that the Hamshacha that comes from the skull, the Tikunim in the skull, Umalbishim as Erich Anpin, which cover over Erich Anpin. This according to the Hadras Melech. Number Hey is the Kalu Kol Guf Erich Anpin. This is the idea to get hold of the thing in the Netzach HaHod, the Atek Yamim, which is coming from the Netzach HaHod, Atek Yamim. Shehem Sod Amar Naki, which is the secret of white wool or clean, this Amar Naki, this pure wool or clean wool. That's according to the Yavashah. And the final one, the Shachlul, the Shachlul Zer Anpin Bebinyan Guf Shal Shisha Kitzvais, is to extend him, I guess that was the last one we learned, and to be more manifest the physicality of Zer Anpin, where you have the hands and legs and so on and so forth. Those are the ideas. Let's see some more. He said B'amanaki, so he says in this phrase B'amanaki, Kad Tali Talian Alien Asfel. So in these hairs that she's talking about in the head of Erich Anpin, Bibir Inyan B'amanaka Anaka, he said Kad Tali Talian Alien Asfel, and we're going through that phrase. Ray Bibir Hamashula the Rizal in his bar, what does he say? Al Pi Divrich Rizal Begama Bekomos. He said Bishash Sa'aros at the time that the hairs of Rosh Erich Anpin, Omer Naki Tuluyan and Mishtalshlin Lamata, which are they're falling down or they're hanging down. He says at that time, Azaiha Oros the Osios Yaakov, when that is happening and down the air, the lights, which are contained in the letters Yud K involved the Erich Anpin, Nimshachem B'Sa'aros Amanaki, they go through there, the Helam Godel, but they're completely hidden inside of that. Uvatalia called the so that's the whole question, is whether they're really hanging or how they are hanging, what's some kind of hanging, but there's a minimum amount of going downwards. V'chas oros yorder and the mata, they go down, they may be even to tell Zer Anpin, or is the Omanaki, those same lights that are containing this Yaakov. V'oz mekabach b'zer Anpin Ors Osius Yaakov. So therefore Zer Anpin is now being mekabel the letters which are Yud K involved, but Mochen Shaloi gets a direct transfusion. Ein Shah. The namesake of the meat is tali. So the question: what does this tali mean? So he says the tali below tali. He says birusha talui mishtal shalamata. So it hangs down. It goes downwards. It's going downwards. And midas talian pirusha nelomim. It really means they're hidden inside of there. V'taluyim v'remiza, and there's only a hint of the fact that they're actually going downwards, or that what is actually in there is going downwards. And he says, "V'kayin habir gazechet nisbar v'kitzer habir hamashula the grow." There's more over there, and God willing, we'll get it. Just I have one moment, 1 minute. So yesterday, I told you there's another person who's a Kabbalist here. He wears white on Shabbos, and he's a Sfardi. And so yesterday, we've been talking, and he's a Sulam advocate. And to make the kitzer, so he wants to learn with me, he wants to learn the Sulam. So we got the Sulam. I had the chance because I have somebody else I learn with once a week, and we looked at the Zohar on the Parshas Bo at the very beginning in the Matak Medavash, because that's what I normally learn. So now I'm learning it again a second time, this time using the Sulam. Now his interpretation of the Sulam is very Hasidic. It's like it's along that path. It's on the Hasidic side because Rabbi Ashlag, I think it was a Gerach Chosid, they came from that community of people. So he uses, therefore, instead of saying Ben, he says Ban. And I noticed that what Rabbi Mograbi told me when he came to this shir that we were doing on the Sulam, he said that we could do better. There's more in the Matak B'Devash, and that's the fact. They're not talking about different things. He's making drushes. He himself is like a activist type guy. He's making drushes on different ideas that he has. They call it Musadik, what do you say, Hasidus. But I didn't see it in the text. But at any rate, it is like the skinny. It's the skinny of the Matak Medavash. Anyway, that's the conversation, and we'll continue on over here next time. Thank you so much for learning with me.